Hello everybody, this is RoboShock here. I tonight I'm not going to talk about Smackdown, I'm just going to say that Smackdown was a pretty good show tonight on what all took place. Glad you catch Gable won the first round in the King of the Ring tournament, and Owen got some payback to Elias. I just got some sneaky spilling. I was gonna make sure Elias doesn't advance in the King of the Ring tournament. And it was a good women's match between Bayley and Lacey Evans, which I haven't seen Lacey Evans since Extreme Rules. But enough about that. What I want to talk about is something that has happened earlier tonight while I was watching SmackDown Live. It was about like 8:15 or so. My ex gave me a call saying that our son did not come home, and that kind of rattled me a bit because he's supposed to be home at a certain time, and he didn't come home. And usually, when he does come home, he doesn't it doesn't tell anyone else that he's home. So I got dressed a little bit to make sure that he was home, and so I asked his mom again if she is sure that she's not home, and she said yes. And then I got back to her saying that I'm getting dressed and I'm going to go where he said he was going to be last. While I was about to go out, I told his mom again, my ex, that let me know if he came home or he is home. Because, like I said, sometimes when he does come home, he doesn't tell anyone that he's exactly home. And so I started walking down towards to where he told me he was going to be at last. And when I got about halfway there, this was about after 8:30, his mom called and told me that he finally came home. And thank God he did. Now, my son is the only son I have by marriage. And I haven't been on a date or haven't been with anyone since I haven't been married. Ever since I was divorced, I haven't been with anyone else. Like I said, my son's the only child I have left by marriage, and he's 14 now. He's going to be 15 in November. But he has got to understand that, he can take care of himself. I mean, he can take care of himself. He's a little bit taller than I am. Not the same height as me, but a little bit taller than me. And I understand he's a teenager and all, and I understand all teenagers. I mean, of course, I was the exact same thing he did at his age. I come home a little bit late. My mom tells me she doesn't, she doesn't punish me or anything, but she just keeps reminding me that I should be home at a certain time. And I understand that now because while I was growing up, I was my mom's only child. I was the only son. I had no brothers and sisters growing up. The only time I had my baby sister was when I was graduating high school. And that was back in the year of 94. Now, I want to say that if all you teenagers think you know everything, you don't. As us parents, we know what goes on out there. You know, we have been around the block more times than you guys have. Of course, this is new age right now where now technology's gone a little bit more superior back when back then when I was growing up. You know, I was born in 73. I am 46 years old. I understand that I am not that smart or intellect as these kids are now. But I do know that predators are still out there, and I know our parents say to us when we're young that there's no such thing as monsters, and yet there are such things as monsters. I mean, it wasn't not too long ago that where I am living at now, a child was taken from this apartment. Might not even be a child, I'm not sure, but some person was taken from the apartment down below me. And the cops came the next day to ask me if I knew this certain person, and I didn't. And it occurred to me that it was about what transpired the other night, that somebody was taken from the place. I heard somebody yelling help, and I went outside to see where it was coming from, and then as soon as I stepped outside, the shouting stopped. So before I end this video right here, I was scared when I was told that my son was not at home, but then he did come home later that night. I was mad, but I was also upset at the time and worried because I don't want nothing to happen to my only son, my only child. And if any teenager or child, as well as parents watching this video, I want to make very clear to the kids, to teenagers as well, saying that if you are told to come home at a certain amount of time, please do so. Or if you have a phone on you, or even if you're near a phone, or you're at somebody's house and they have a phone, please go home and tell them that you're alright, instead of having us parents worry to death and thinking of the most horrible thing that could happen to you. Please respect us parents about us being worried about you. You might have other brothers and sisters, we understand that. But it's our parents' job to make sure that you kids are safe from the predators that are out there. I don't know how I can express this more. Kids, just make sure that you listen to our parents when we tell you about what time to come home and everything, so we don't worry about you. And I know the technology is different now, so if there's a phone on you, or you're at a friend's house and it's late and they have a phone, call home to tell them where you are, so this way we as parents don't have to be worried about you being taken or being brutalized or killed or whatever. Please let us parents know what's all going on. So this way we don't have to worry ourselves to death. And my son might be watching this too, so to you, please be respectful of me and your mom, and please be home at the time you're supposed to be. Don't come here and I tell you that be home at the time you're supposed to be on, and you say all right, and then you come home like about an hour and about half hour later or whatever. Please be respectful, because we can't, your mom, me and your mom cannot afford to lose you. Okay? You know how protectful your mom is. I know how protectful she can be. And me, I would just lose my mind if anything would happen to you. Seriously. I would just lose my mind. So with that, I'm going to end this video here. The next video I'm going to be doing, will probably be sometime this week or whatever, but when I do, I'm just going to talk about whatever is on my mind. So with that, kids, please be respectful of your parents' wishes and listen to them, because we've been around the block longer than you have, and we know what goes on and what could happen. We just want to make sure that you guys are safe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.